My name is Joseph-Alexandre, and I want to talk about something many queer people will deeply understand: the experience of coming out again and again. Not because you were hiding, but because the people around you refused to listen. Growing up, one comment that I heard repeatedly from my father was, "What does it mean?" He didn't say it with curiosity, he said it with disapproval. It came up like every time I tried to express myself in small, harmless ways. If I wore a bracelet or a necklace, what does it mean? If I let my hair grow long instead of shaving it down, what does it mean? There was never a space to explore why these things mattered to me. The comment wasn't a question, it was a warning, a signal that whatever I was becoming did not fit with the version of masculinity that he was attached to. Looking back, I realized something important. Those small expressions were not random choices. They were gentle ways of preparing my parents for a truth I already knew. They were puzzle pieces that I laid out slowly, hoping that they would put it together. But they refused to build the picture. Acceptance was never available. At best, I hoped for tolerance. And when that was impossible, I found myself stuck, longing for acknowledgement that never came. When I first came out, the first time, let me tell you, it was not the last time. Because when denial is the first stage of grief, some families live inside it permanently. And denial was not just a river in Egypt, it was the way they operated. What does it mean? Came coming back, not as a path towards understanding, but as a tool to deter me from becoming myself. And for a while it worked. I remember telling myself, and even to my very close friends at the time, that I wouldn't date men until after my parents died. Not because it was my truth, but because I knew they couldn't handle that truth. It was my way of staying connected while silently disconnecting. That was in my low contact phase. Every time I tried to express myself, every time they reacted with shock or denial, I felt that pressure building. I felt anger. I felt shame growing inside of me. And slowly, I became less accepting of myself. That question always stayed with me. What does it mean? And I knew exactly what it meant, but I was afraid of reopening the wound of rejection. And sometimes I think about that Justin Bieber chorus that followed us for all those years. That one that goes, "What do you mean? When you want to say no, but you nod in your head and say yes, what do you mean? When you tell me to go, but you don't want me to move, what do you mean?" And this is exactly what it felt like: a constant contradiction, a push and a pull, a demand to hide myself while being blamed for not being honest. So it took going no contact for me to finally break that loop, to stop performing, to stop explaining, and to start living. Today, when that old question echoes in my mind, and I promise it still does, but at least now I finally have my answer. It means that I'm queer. It means that I am a whole. And it means that I'm done apologizing for being myself. So, if this speaks to you, if you grow up in a space where you were negotiating between identity and family loyalty and fear, I want you to know that you are not alone. And if you need a supportive space to talk about your journey, your identity, or your boundaries, I offer relational support sessions here in Quebec within the scope of coaching and in full respect of Law 21 as a thérapeute en relation d'aide, a relational support counselor. You deserve clarity, you deserve safety, and you deserve to live in truth, not in contradiction. Take care.